Hello, hello, and welcome to Handelabra Live. I am John, aka Migrant P, and we're gonna show some more Spirit Island for you today. Let me just fix game is not. Ha! Suddenly, a game setup. Yeah. Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and being as inclusive as possible. So anyone working against those goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. But if you are wonderful and awesome, say hello in the chat and celebrate new things. So, yeah, as the stream title indicates, the next wave of Spirit Island Nature Incarnate Deeps of Earth and Sea is coming on June 11th. That is next Thursday. So, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Hello, Pricey Provinces and Gracie Paz, welcome. So, we are going to play all the new stuff in one game, and may as well make it thematic with a J-shaped map, right? That's how you do it. So on the northeast board, we have Dances Up Earthquakes, we've got Ocean's Hungry Grasp Deeps aspect, and we've got Serpent Locust aspect. What can all of these three get up to together? I don't know. We're playing Habsburg, level 6. So I believe we played level 4 last week, and that brought the Salt Deposits card. We're going to add Mining Boom 2. So instead of Mining Boom 1, after the build step on each board, choose land with Explorer, build there, then upgrade one Explorer. So it's essentially the same, except you up a little build step in the middle there. And we have the Empire Ascendant, level 6. During setup and the Explorer step on boards with 3 or fewer Blight, add an extra Explorer in each land successfully explored. Maximum 2 lands per board per Explorer card. So that's similar to France. If you had France as well, you would be adding a billion Explorers and get a bunch of towns and lose the game. So that would be hard. This is already is difficulty 11, so I think that's good enough. No scenario, I think. Yeah, let's just play it straight and we'll see what happens. Last week, I think we had a 3-spirit game with Serpent, right? And it went pretty long, but it was successful. So, yeah, we're pretty excited to get this content update for you. It has a lot. You know, it has 4 things, but they're all pretty significant things. This spirit has a ton of new UI and stuff. So does Deeps and Locust. They all have special effects. And the adversary has been tricky as well. Lots of new stuff. So probably maybe the biggest wave in any, besides the initial launch of any Jagged Earth Nature Incarnate wave, potentially, in terms of work. So, and yeah, we're getting it all ready for you. Hopefully, it'll be bug-free. That's not possible, but it'll be as bug-free as we can. All right, I've reached a 3-stream watch streak. Amazing. That's because I watched Logic Dolphin stream, so I've been good. All right, we're adding presence with Ocean here. So the extra Explorer that we're popping around was from level 2. And I've got to add a presence. I'm going to add presence here because that lets me get onto this board if I take row 3. It's a little trick that you've got in the thematic map that you don't have in you don't always have. So we are choosing which land to explore because it's maximum 2 per board for the Empire Ascendant. And so I don't know that it should be choose for me, but we get the extra Explorer in these places for sure. Hopefully my stream doesn't drop off today. That happened last week, right? So, all right. If they're gonna have extra stuff, let's let it be where there's disease. It's gonna block their ravages. Those will get plus. It's interesting that it asked me to click those lands. I'm just curious if... No, we can't go back. I'll just make a, I'm in the beta version, so I'm gonna make a report here about that. Set up HME. Seems a bit weird. I think choose for me was correct because there was only two. No, there were 3 lands getting explored here, so you shouldn't have a choose for me, right? Choose for me is only when the order doesn't matter. And the order does matter because the first 2 lands get an extra explorer. We'll look at that. There are many edge cases in this game. Yeah, they were exploring 3 lands here, 2 lands there, 1 land here. White lands is a pretty good start overall, except for the east. It's nice here in the west, where we could probably do pull beneath the hungry earth and solve this. Yeah, we are going to get mining boom, but we can pick somewhere else. We could do pull beneath here to sort that out if we don't want to do an absorb straight away. There are 2 explorers, so just the damage from this, which we could do with absorb, is not going to be enough. Let's gain a power card first and see what we get. Already the game feels a bit slow, right? I don't know why we're being a bit slow here, but I gotta defend 5. What if I just play the defend 5 there next turn? That seems even better. What if we just did that? Okay, and can add presence and get over to Ocean's board to start helping out. What if I did pull beneath there this turn? Yeah, I can do pull beneath over here. Actually, pull beneath wouldn't be enough, right? Because there'd still be 2 explorers. So we'll use the defend. Cool. Alright, pull beneath this turn, defend next turn, defend and absorb next turn. Seems good. I can move my Incarna if I wanted to, but I don't think it's going to be necessary or useful, so we'll leave it where it is right now. And we could get presence on each other ocean. We could stop this build by doing that. I like that. Let's do that. And get set up for drowning for everybody. And we at least get an explorer out of that, or we could give a tidal boon to someone. Let's see what Quakes is doing. We have this over here that is going to be a problem next turn. It's not this turn. So I think we want to get over there by next turn and defend it with our innate next turn. It's only going to be defend 2 required, so I think it's pretty easy. Let's do gain a power card. Oh, Call the Guard. All the guard's really good down here where all the Dahan are. We also got a defend 2, but yeah, I like Call the Guard better. Reaching Grasp is nice to have in the game with Ocean. What happened to the extra explorers? Did our undo cancel adding those explorers? There's no one here. That's where they start the game with an explorer there, right? Oh ho ho. Oh ho ho. After undoing, it actually canceled the... That's actually... I need to increase the priority of that card. The extra explorers aren't here anymore. Two explorers were added in Wetland Northeast 4. But there's only one. And they also... There's no explorers there, where there should be more. Let's fix that. I guess we didn't try undoing at the start of the game. Also, after undoing from the start of the game, the East explorers gone. Okay, let's fix that, shall we? Okay, so back to my choice. I feel like Reaching Grasp is actually the best card right now. It's actually really good for Quakes to have plus range for other things too, so... And I don't need Move a Presence this turn. I don't super need Gather Dahan into my lands either. I'm gonna take this though. And we play no cards. I think we impend both of these 3-cost cards. They're coming up in 3 turns. Maybe I don't need presence here. Let's move presence down this way. And yeah, we're thinking maybe Tidal Boon, but no one's gonna have a town in their land except for Serpent, and Serpent's gonna destroy that town, so it's the only issue is Swallow the Land Dwellers. This does give out energy, but if I do this, I get an energy. So I think that's because I'm gonna get 2 explorers and then 1 explorer. So I get 1 energy and then give me more options next turn. Alright. All of the deets. So we got some new drowning sound effects too, if you heard that. That's something that we got in this update, because there's even more drowning now. So we're going to why are we doing this now? Did I forget to turn on events? No. Okay, what's going on? Click the land to build and upgrade. Oh, because they're... Wait a second. They're supposed to be building in... Okay, that undo at the start of the game really screwed things up because this card is still in the Explorer slot. Okay, things are really screwed up here. How did this even happen? All right. I don't know what's going to happen here. It seems we have a pretty ridiculous bug at the start of the game when you use undo. That's new. I think... Let's see what happens. I want to recover the game, though. So... Click here. Oh, that's me downtown, by the way. That's good. That. Coastal lands do their thing. Coastal lands are for ocean to eat. Game is in a bad state because there shouldn't be a card sitting in the Explore slot. We're gonna get like double Explore build. What I'm gonna do is load that solo card that I made and restart the game. Nope, we just didn't explore and advanced. Okay, so we got like a free turn. Okay, I don't want that. Gonna... How did this not get found? Sometimes, you know, you just do a weird thing like press undo at the start of the game and you find stuff. Maybe it's only on thematic, who knows? Like there's some weird situation here. So we're just gonna start over. We can repeat our actions, so, and not click undo. Just when I think everything is fine, it's not. All right. See, look, here's the explorers that are supposed to be there. Now they start going automatically after I click there. So yeah, that shouldn't have the choose for me. But also, I shouldn't be able to press undo and have the advanced invader cards not happen. You gained a power card first. And you gained Tap the Strength. And we put presence over here. And we did add presence in any ocean. And actually now there are 2 explorers there instead of 1, so Pull Beneath doesn't do enough. That's a consideration. So maybe actually we use Tidal Boon. No, but I want Ocean to have more energy, and we are going to have a town to drown here. Are we going to... There'll be 2 damage there. maybe we get another small defend, right? Or it's just going to be one explorer worth, so not that bad. Let's go with it. All right, you gained a power card. You took Reaching Grasp, and then we added presence up here with this. And we moved to presence here, and we put these in pending. That's what we did. Okay. Stop this build. Okay. And these things happen as they should. Click land to build an upgrade. There. Potion can drown it. And I don't think that's a good idea, so let's just do that. I guess I want to keep that disease for when they eventually go to ravage it, right? So yeah, again, on the coast for Ocean. Ocean will eventually get to drown stuff, hopefully. Alright. Game is working normally now. I wonder now if I undo during the game it's gonna screw up, but let's not worry too much about that. So we have, again, because it's coast, this might be because it's thematic, and I'm gonna go 2 explorers there first because I don't want that to be a mining land. And we want, which of these do we want to be a mining land? Neither of them really, but I would love to be able to use this twice. Defend 5. I guess it's this because we might not be able to defend that, right? So, whereas here it's just a blight. We don't lose to Han. Here we may as well put extra in this place. I think the correct behavior is that 2 end up here, even with wilds, but let's see if that happens. Yeah, that's actually a bug. There should have been 2 explorers there, right? And each unsuccessfully explored. That is a bug. Northeast 3 should have gotten +1 explorer. Wild stopped. Another explorer, but that didn't use up +1. This is something that comes up. This kind of effects. So we can undo and make it do the right thing, but all right. Assuming our game works properly. Yeah. Everything else is fine. Okay. And the card advanced, which is important. Alright. Drown. Into the ocean. And we're gonna add a deeps to where? I don't know that it matters a whole lot. Maybe here, which is gonna be like, this traditionally is a big problem. I can do 1 damage. Yeah. And I guess if we were in the same land, I guess we get to do enough damage here. Because of my name. Yay. Alright, that's solved. These two lands are gonna be blocked by the disease, so that's okay. And we're gonna defend this. So I think we gain a power card. We get to play 2. So probably absorb and sap. But let's gain the power card and see. Mesmerized Tranquility also works there and has maybe it has an earth for us. What else do we have? Uncanny Melting. Veil can be good sometimes. It actually works here. But I think I end up just taking Blight there. But it's going to happen. I guess I could use those 2 cards and not Blight, but we don't get to absorb. It feels like not absorbing is a bad idea, but if we absorb, then we could Grasping Tide at our Incarna. So I think actually we want to absorb. Do we want the earth? Does the earth do something for us? It gets a sphere, so yes. So absorb, we use Mesmerize Tranquility here, and we use Absorb Essence on Ocean, and then Ocean can repeat Grasping Tide here, and we can help pay for it if Ocean can't afford it. Seems like a plan. Actually, I wonder if it's better to... It doesn't really matter which one is used where. Slightly more efficient to defend for here, and the -1 damage here. I don't know if it's worth moving the Incarna for that, though, because we might want the Incarna to stay here for the next turn. Let's see. So we do want to add presence. We are getting absorbed. You probably want to gain a power card and try to get a free one. So let's see. At defend 10. There is a Ravage happening here. But I guess that's where we throw our defend 4. Oh, they're ravaging here too. We want to defend that. So we want to have a defend 4. I kind of want to get Twilight Fog brings Madness, but we don't need both of our defends, but we want them. I think let's have a Sacred Site here. I can't afford to play all my cards, so let's just grab the element this turn. We'll defend. And there. And 4 here. We could get a thing that says ignore disease and then lose our presence, so I think I'm gonna go in there. And we're not gonna get to drown anything. We are pulling back a presence next turn, likely, but not for sure, so maybe let's guess we're gonna absorb presence anyway. You can get a water and put down a deeps token. Alright, Earthquakes wants to play one moon and one earth. Probably it's this. We are playing those in 2 turns. Gifts of living energy or twin days. What lovely gifts. Gift of twin days is interesting because we could use mesmerized tranquility twice, and then we don't have to worry about repeating there. I don't really want to play that, but not bad. Isolating 2 lands is good once we get to the escalation too, because isolating, you can just click that land to explore and then nothing happens. I'm gonna grab that. It's a pretty powerful card generally, so. Try to get our presence into jungles that are gonna be problems. Energy? Okay. Those are going up. And we want to be in here to defend it. We can push stuff into the ocean. Let's play that. Push the town they build here into the ocean. And I just want to put another card in impending, I think. I could play a card. I have 2 impending, which is enough for the defend. I could repeat this. Okay, that's worthwhile. Repeating it for free. And then we also repeat that. And then means we don't have to absorb, but I want to. So I want to get absorbing. Absorbees. So we have to do the absorb first and this part. So absorb ocean. Grab this. Gain a water. Now get that there, and we can use Strength of the Waking Island. And ocean has 1 icon. This sets up a immediate repeat after using a power, so it's not like you can just. It says after a spirit uses a land targeting power card, so you can't. It doesn't just give you a floating repeat to use whenever. You have to immediately repeat the card. If we're gonna repeat something, I think it should be this because we get fear, right? Actually, that's pretty worthwhile, isn't it? So what if we, for 1 energy, 2 fear, I think it is worth. You got energy. And we want to quicken here. And mesmerized. And I think We can put mesmerized here just in case they get a damage boost in the event or something like that. Nothing wrong with that. And we get to add a quake token. Let's put it here. And defend 2 here. New species spread. Aided by moon. Hey, we picked up a moon element for free. 1 fear per player, almost a fear card. Add beast to a land with town city if we go for that. We have more than halfway. We have 7 moon and plenty of moon to discard, so I think we can do that. We also add disease to the land with both Dahan and invaders, which is pretty solid against this adversary, even though it does damage the Dahan. We can stop. I don't want to stop the Ravage there, though. Sometimes you have to put it somewhere you don't want it. I think putting it here is okay. Excuse me. Get the heck up. And then finally, we're going to get energy. Is everyone getting energy? Earthquakes is not getting energy, but everyone else is. Transmute the worst. Alright, this. Discard. We'll do a reclaim. And I think we'll have you discard. And A1 energy. We get to add beasts. I don't particularly have a place that beasts want to go, but the more populous lands, they can do stuff for us. Now, this is only half the board is rounding up, so we can potentially save some Dahan. I think, like, this land is okay. They have 3 Dahan. Sorry, Dahan. And maybe up here in the mountain. It is a mining land always, so that's pretty useful, actually. We could put it here, but I think we can take care of that land another way. Hey, 2 energy. Did my stream disconnect? No, my chat disconnect. That's okay. I don't care about that. I mean, I care about the chat, but it reconnected, so we're here. Kill the towns. Alright, we are building and upgrading. Once again, I am asking you to not do this. That's fine. Let's do it here. There's bad lands. I'm gonna do it here in the wetlands because they're already there. Terrible. We don't have a way to drown these guys. We could do it here because we are going to be destroying a town. So what if we have 2 more towns? Is it okay? This is a hard game, by the way, level 6. They're exploring in... Oh, don't choose for me. Yeah, there shouldn't be a choose for me button. It matters. It shouldn't be choose. There shouldn't be choose for me. I think it ends up being fine. Well, it's not actually fine. Okay, because like, this is already going to be a mining land, so it may as well have 4 guys, right? Same thing. That's already going to be a mining land. I guess on this board, yeah. On this board, it doesn't matter. They don't actually explore there at all. Shouldn't be an option. Alright, make the mining lands be the one with vitality, I think. Okay. This feels like one of the bigger releases. It definitely is. The biggest except for the first release, right? The first release has all the power cards and everything. Gear cards, blight cards, event cards. It's quite a lot. Alright, we can push towns into the sea for ocean. And bring the Han for advantage. We can, as long as we can manage to defend 1. We can tidy up these lands. This land is just like that planing. There's like a bunch in there. It's got 8 damage. Worried about this coming up. Serpent is rousing in anger, but is not in any land where it can do anything. Because we managed to take care of our problems and there's no problem. They didn't build here because it's a mining land. But we can't reach that land now. Crap. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, that jungle's fine. This one, we can sap the strength. We're not reclaiming 1 yet, but we're gonna gain a power card, right? So I can add presence in here and defend easily. You're gonna reclaim and defend that, which means we could repeat it here. I would love to have Dahan there. Come on, guys. These are like LOL. These mountains are LOL. This mountain's actually blocked by the disease this turn, so that's good. This jungle is just a blight, and these are going to be fine. Okay. Let's get a power card for Serpent. What if we also hit another defend 5? I guess I need to have water and earths for that repeat to work, which we are going to get. Are we? Yeah, because I can play these 2 and take in any earth. If I play those 2 cards, or if I play something else. But I kind of like domesticated animals because we are getting in the places where we need to defend. So let's do that. I don't think we play it this turn, but we have it. We put our presence with our any. And we play the cards with water. Cool. And Earth is going to reclaim and get a card. Gold's Allure. This is actually pretty good. There's going to be a lot of lands with a bunch of blight in them, and that works really well. I'm going to click that. Because they don't cascade, they just keep adding blight in the same land. Okay, gather, gather, gather. There's no Call of the Deeps. I guess Call of the Deeps does solve those if you can't solve them, but probably you can solve them. So Weep is pretty good fear and push from there, so that's an option, but let's see what else we've got. What's going on here? So you are getting those next turn, which is good because we can get into mountains with those. We could get them off this turn if we wanted to. We could block the mining land ravages there. Those are just, I don't know what to do about those. We're just gonna not worry about them right now. What do we want to do this turn? We just want to have a little defend. So once again, play cards. This might be a good thing. We could get Ocean back onto the shore. We can push presence. This Dahan push, I'm wondering if I can get Dahan somewhere where they're going to do good. We get Dahan into there to kill all those explorers. Makes it not be a mining land later, which is helpful. I'd have to add presence like here, and then I guess it's good to have presence here because we can, and then move it over here. I think that's fine. Get a card. Call of Bloodshed. Razor Sharp Undergrowth. I don't want to destroy Dahan. I can destroy an Explorer here. It doesn't do a whole lot, but yeah, the elements are not great. Push up to 2 towns. Actually, pretty good. Pretty good. For putting things into the ocean, so I'm gonna click on that. And let's go for more impending cards. And actually, I can do this at range 1, so I can use this here and push those Dahan. Okay, let's play this normally. Wondering if I could maybe deal with this land. If I have to get more elements. I don't actually have the way to get more elements. Oh, I could goose gift a flying power. Okay, I think I have a trick. We're gonna go in there. We're going to play that normally. We're going to impend something. I'm gonna like throw in a Reaching Grasp for next turn. We're gonna get 9 Root Biters out to get the last threshold, and then we're gonna defend this. And we're gonna defend this. That's what I'm gonna do. Fix. Alright, so what are you doing with your life? You're just eating stuff, or are we giving out energy? We don't really have a good place to drown. This is 3 fear and drown a town. It's pretty decent for 0. I think that's good. I don't think we need the tidal boom right now. What I want to do is... doesn't actually matter what order. Because... play a power card, 9 root biters, play normally. I can even impend it there. That's a thing. I have at least as many things as things. So... get a fear, add a quake token. This is gonna empty this land. It's gonna be great. I can add quakes. Let's put quakes in here with the Badlands. And 3. And 3. Oh, that was, sorry. That was where the quake was. I don't want the quake there, actually. Add a quake. And 3. Add a quake up here. And 3. So now, no blight there. No blight up here. We just have that 1. I need to get my any. And activate the repeat. Use grasping tag here. And repeat it here. Serpent still wants to pay for it. Tap the strength right here. Alright, let me just make sure that we should be at... right, they're going to blight here. Unless maybe Beast might kill Explorer, right? That's using the Vitality. That's actually blighting. So there's really only 1, well, 2 blight probably. So Years of Little Rain. For each board, discard the top minor power. I don't want. Well, I mean that is tempting. The -1 health. We don't have. Do we have a lot of slow? No slow damage. Well, we have a bit, but I think we want to add presence because it's amazing, and we have water. We have 5 water already, and Ocean could just discard a bunch. I want Ocean to be growing, but we could have Ocean discard and then use the last growth option. We're gonna be greedy. And yeah, Ocean can also pay. Okay. Because adding presence is rad. We get a water, and I get to add presence on the shore, so which is gonna immediately get drawn back. So maybe I want to add it here so that we keep. I'm gonna be also potentially pushing a presence. So that lets me maybe like bring something for drowning, right? So let's put it in here. But it has to be one of their lands with Dahan. Okay, well then I guess. Boy. New energy return on pending cards. I almost never get there. Exciting. Want to try for that? Where are my lands with Dahan? Oh, I can have a sacred site down here. That might be nice. We can get a major without forgetting this turn. So let's get more energy. And we can get a water right now. Interesting. It's a little too late for the event. But we can make a sacred site over here too. That's nice. I mean, we're gonna get both these things, so each beast deals 2 damage. Hey, look, they don't play that. Here, Ocean can put a Deeps token there and then kill things. We could also do it over here. So here, I think floors, we're not gonna be doing anything there. Yeah. I think we want to keep the beasts around. So do this. I can repeat power, but there isn't a land. I have the repeat in target land or in land with your presence, but it doesn't really work. I guess we can do the upgrade thing here if we wanted to. I think we just... Yeah, with 2 tokens here, though... Yeah, okay, so... You can kill a city, right? So... You got one more beast? Where's a beast? Oh, up here. I don't want to lose the beasts. Spend 1 per Dahan. Defend 1 in all lands. Okay. Ravage is happening. Oh, hey, my Incarnate Visual effect is not here, by the way. It's supposed to be. I don't have the... Yeah, I'm on the right style. Okay, so that might be something wrong with the thematic board. I just noticed. Focus, Incarnate Visual effect. I'm pretty sure I tested that. So, something to look at. Doesn't affect gameplay, but you want to see it, right? Sometimes it feels like every time I think the game is ready to go, it's not. But we are going to get it out next week, so don't worry. Fix up these issues. I'm curious if we change this. Do we see the effect? No. Okay. Sort that out. Click a land to build and upgrade. This is any land with Explorer. Why can't I click? Oh, because what happened to the guy here? Oh, he ravaged and he died. That would do it. I guess this is going to be don't want to build a city there, right? There. This is going to be coastal. Oh, be building cities. Not be building cities. Can avoid it. This land is bad. It just keeps getting more bad. Mountain again. So we're getting... We may as well put more explorers in here. And in here. And there's just one in here that's easier to deal with. Actually, yeah, they do explore there. Alright, if we can deal with the mountains, it's helpful, but I don't know that we're really dealing with the mountains that well. We were just like, oh, the mountains, whatever. And now they came up twice. And now they're going to explore. Where the beasts are. Beasts will kill you, maybe. Try to set things up so there aren't like new mining lands as much, but then they still do it because I never know the right answer for this question. I'm gonna click here, I guess. I don't know. Okay, we can do this. I think that's the right answer. There's no other blighted land that I can push stuff from, so. That gets us through here. We can add a thing there, add it somewhere else. Is there another place I had one? I don't think so, right? Oh yeah, here. Sure. The more the merrier. So if I use exaltation on ocean, I can destroy a town there too. I don't know that that actually matters. Is there a better place to use exaltation? Like, we could stop this build. Actually, that's stopped by ravaging, so that's fine. Oh, these mountains are gross. I could pull one town out of there if I wanted to. New place I can push 2 towns into the ocean for ocean. Actually, if I... Yeah, okay, we can do it that way. Okay, so... Was I gonna do something else with my push? Don't think so. Does anyone else want to push their presence and bring something? Serpent could come in here and bring Dahan and defend this. Everything is terrible, though. The defend works twice, which is kind of nice, right? I think this is good. From here into here. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Come on. And from here Root biters. That's those two. Dinner for Ocean. Get the city. A little ways from tier level 2. And we can repeat it, but there's no land where it matters. And we have 1 damage. Yeah. Okay. So we've got a lot of little lands. Only 2 damage. That's 7. But we have a double Ravage block coming up. Skip all Ravage actions. So that's pretty sweet. And we could get a major power here without forgetting if we want. I would like to add presence, though. Don't actually need the 2 energy per turn on impending cards this turn. So what if we do Reclaim, gain a presence. I can get into a land and do my Ravage skip there, whether this one or somewhere that's gonna be lighting twice. I think. Serpent can get in here, defend here and here. They're gonna Ravage twice as well, so domesticate animals works. So probably it's Reclaim, I guess it's Absorb. Mesmerize Tranquility works here. It works very well there, and Domesticated works here. There's better elements than the Defend. I think you're gaining a power card and adding presence. Yeah, that's fine. Drought. Unquenchable. Actually, Gather 2 to Han is really good. Adding Disease is really good. That blocks a Mining Land Ravage. Good options. Not going to play them this turn, but they exist. Adding Badlands is good. I like all of these things. I'm going to click the Badlands one, and we're going to put a presence in here. And that, and that. Solve these 2 lands. And they solve them for, almost solve them for next turn. They don't quite, because there's only 1 to Han in each land. If there were more, that would be awesome. This land is solved. This one can get solved if we put presence there, so we definitely want to do that. I think I put presence here and here. How do we actually defend that, though? I guess we can defend it for 3. Can anyone else help? Oh, if we give Reaching Grasp to Serpent, then Serpent can... There's 7 explorers. We can just use Mesmerize Tranquility there. Okay. Because Reaching Grasp is going to play. I've noticed over the streams you play on higher levels. How much would you say coding the game has helped you take on stronger adversaries? I wouldn't say I always play on higher levels. Usually I play like middle levels on stream, but I am demonstrating the adversary at full strength here as a demo. But just playing the game a lot makes you better at the game. So that's really it. I don't think coding the game helps. Playing the game helps. And like, you know, by working on it, I'm like testing it all the time. I'm seeing the cards all the time, right? Like I spend hours every day with the game, so that's how you do it. So I think, is this a reclaim? Yeah, because we want Gift of Twin Days. So we have to at least reclaim one, and I think we may as well reclaim all and add a presence. And let's do this so we get more Dahan there. We have to impend some cards too to get at least a defend for this. Oh, how am I going to get presence into... Hang on, I think I put presence in the wrong place. I have to put presence in there and then move from there to there. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Okay. And I'm going to play this normally. I need elements, so I do need to play one more card. Yeah, I only need to defend one. So actually, I only need to defend in one land, so I can impend 2 cards. Let's impend. It would be sort of nice to have the damage from the quakes, but it doesn't actually. Not a huge deal. Probably better to have more going on next turn. Yeah, pushing that to Han next turn is going to be useful, so okay. I also have... I have my Ravage skip, but I don't have a place to use it. Oh, I can Reaching Grasp myself, and then... Okay, perfect. Because I get to Twin Days Reaching Grasp. Alright, move presence... Bomb. Gather Dahan. Actually, is it better to have... Yeah, actually... I think... If I have 6 damage there... I want them to ravage twice. And so, actually... Doing this means that mountain is not cleared, but if I leave only 2 Dahan there, what happens is they ravage 4 damage from the Dahan, leaves 3 explorers, which then ravage again in the build step, and clears the land out. So I think it's actually better to not put Dahan there. And was there another place I would rather put Dahan? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think we just don't move the Dahan. That's interesting. There's so many weird, like things that happen with Asbury mining. Very strange. All right, so here I was thinking of doing gain a power card, add a presence. Could get a major. We would have the option of 6 or 7 energy, because we don't actually need to play Quicken the Earth Struggles. There's nowhere to do it. We could like do 1 damage, I guess. Actually, that would help us drown that, but I don't know that we would even have the water for the damage. Depends on what we get. And I don't really want to, I want to be putting presence. So I think it is this. And it's major. Let's go major. 1 damage to each invader. I also got Walls of Rock and Thorn, which could defend a mountain such as this. A mountain such as this. Mountains like you will never change. So we don't get to do our ocean stuff. We do that, but we could do 2 damage, defend 8. It actually is 3 damage. It's interesting. I can have a sacred site within range 2 easily enough. But it means, honestly, I think just taking 2 blight is fine. I'd rather take 2 blight because I'd rather be working towards my goals, quad goals. And Mist of Oblivion has water on it. It unlocks some damage. We can actually, like, empty out that land or another land. So that's going to be... We want to keep our power with air on it. So I guess it's Weep. I don't think we've actually played Tidal Boon yet this game. Yeah. So where do we want to kill all the invaders? That's the question. We don't get to drown the land, but we do get to kill... We do get to do 2 damage to each invader and get extra fear. Really, it's these sands or this. So it may as well be this, because we're gonna be getting to drown that soon, and so I think, well, you know what, like, this is tempting too, because we already have 2 things here. It makes it a little more easy to deal with, whereas this, we don't have anything dealing with it, and it's the same kind of result. So let's go up here. Let's take the energy. We're reclaiming next turn, but our turn is expensive. And we are going to get to repeat, so this is going to be a good amount of damage. We're getting the repeat for this. So let's pop into... This one has disease, so I'm less worried about it. It gives us a spot that we can repeat and drown stuff, right? So, and I'm just taking this for the damage. That helps us, lets us clear this land. And we could repeat it here for 1 energy. Maybe? Yeah, we have that. So, all right, seems like a turn. Interesting combos going on, right? So we are going to do defend. Oh, do we want? Hang on. If we take a moon, we get a beast there. If we take an earth, we get 1 more damage somewhere. I think getting the free beast is pretty worthwhile. We're kind of getting set up to like have beasts do a lot of stuff, so we do this. We were gonna do this here. We are going to give Reaching Grasp and give Twin Days. Gonna use that here. And Establishing grasp on the self. Your struggles all lead to last to see where we're at. Seismic energy is 4 energy. I think that's going to ocean. We're gonna do our skips. It's either here or here. There's maybe more chance that... What would the beast do? If the beast does 2 damage, then there's no second ravage there, which isn't really going to happen here. So let's do the skip here. I'd probably rather have a quake there, but whatever. And we can add a quake to one of our lands. Let's put another quake up here. These lands are going to be empty. This land's going to be empty. We'll put a quake here, I guess. Oh, right, that was the defend. Whoops. I always lose my rhythm. Gotta see, it says over here what you're doing. Okay, finally, we have 2 blight. Yeah, so this is going to blight, and then it's going to blight again. Unless anything changes. But it's not going to cascade because it's the upgrade thing. And they're only building in... There's 2 lands. Yeah, because... Right, because they're mining lands and they're going to ravage. So they are going to not build a whole lot either. So actually, I think finally we've taken care of quite a bit. And we're like got extra time to do 1 damages to things. Serpent's only going to have 1 spare damage. Is it worth an energy to kill a town? Good question. The answer is maybe. I have lots of energy. Let's do it. Maybe we get the destroy damaged invader event. 1 damage for beast. Ignore wilds. On each board without wilds. We actually have wilds somewhere, don't we? We had 1. Yeah, there's a wilds there. Just there. And oh man, they're adding so many explorers on the other boards. Alright. 1 damage per beast. Here. This is one of those things. So the first ravage, the Dahan is 2 damage. So we could allow them to ravage again. But now that it won't clear now because the beast has to deal damage. Kind of unfortunate. Add Dahan to a line with Dahan and no tokens. Yeah, this is going to build. Even though it wasn't building, now it's going to build. What are you going to do? I don't know. Here, I guess we can repeat. Did we get there? We have the repeat. We can destroy the. Oh, we don't have the repeat. We're short of water. Oh, whatever. I don't think it matters. Add Dahan. Down here, we might need to get them into places. Here, we don't want to add extra Dahan in here, but we can add them somewhere else. Maybe here again because it's nearby stuff. And here we have 2 Dahan, they build. 1 Dahan they build, so it doesn't actually matter. Oh no, 1 Dahan they don't build. 2 Dahan they don't build because they do 2 ravages, so we don't want to add Dahan here. Again, weird like incentives. So many Dahan. And they defend a whole bunch. We actually defended this land because of the... They're not blighting that land. Exciting. Alright. That's not a mining land anymore, so it's going to build. Alright, so actually no blight and very few builds. Most of them remain mining lands, and so they... This one's ending up being just one guy. Amazing. Amazing. Choose to build and upgrade Explorer. I think it's going to be here. Probably similar, maybe where the Quake token is. And here where the Deeps is. Also 9 root biters, likes that land. They explore salt deposits, right, which is non-mining lands and doing +1 in every land and +1 in 2 lands. Holy moly. Alright. It means anything we make a mining land, they won't be trying to build in. So there's that. Holy moly. If I click here, it becomes a mining land. I want that? I guess so, because then it won't build, but oh, it's going to be brutal. Like anything with 1% in it is already... Oh, and then they're exploring all these mountains, aren't they? That aren't isolated. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. That one, I guess, it has a disease. And then these are getting 2. This is rough. Not gonna lie. That event is brutal. Like, that mountain was solved and now it's not. And this mountain's not gonna be solved either. Like, ugh. Go there. Millions of explorers. At least we can like defend 1 in these lands and we're okay. Well, now everything is a mining land. Almost. These are only getting 2 explorers. So this is going to become a mining land no matter what, so we may as well click on it. This one as well. Okay, then I don't think the order matters. Wow. Everything was going so well. And then, you know, the game progressed. All hope is not lost. We are just having a lot going on. I think the only place this does anything is here. Oh wait, I have plus rain. So maybe there are other places it matters. So can I reach there? No. kind of want to put it deeps here. Because I want to do 1 damage to this city and then miss Oblivion and everything else. Feels a little greedy, but it is what I want to do. Get to Terror level 2 in fast phase, that would be cool. Alright. This is still going to be mining land, no matter what. That's going to be my mining land no matter what. I think we have another damaged town. We have one over here. Can't reach it anyway. So... let's see what our preview says. Five blight. It could be worse. And the blight, like the ravages are not terrible. There's like 2 notable ravages and the rest are really little. 8 towns in all the non-mining lands with invaders they're going to build. So if we can try to group them up and make mining lands, they don't build as much, and then next turn they ravage. So you can try to take advantage of it a little bit, but it is not necessary. We are going to empower our Incarna to become Badlands. Except we can't place presence because we didn't absorb enough, so we gotta absorb. We didn't lose our presence to any ravages, which maybe we should have been trying to do. So we are actually, we screwed up on the serpent. So we gotta absorb. I guess we absorb unquenchable. Or do we want to play something else? We kind of want to defend there. Wakes just needs to defend 1 in 2 lands to handle what it's doing. That's pretty easy. We just need to put 1 card in impending. We're gonna have lots of elements. 2 earth, 2 moon. And 1 more earth gets us there. So gnawing root biters or something. One of the nice things is for this, if you can make it land non-mining, then the next turn they don't ravage, right? So I would really like a major power. I have a lot of energy. So what if we reclaim any major power and impend a bunch of stuff? Or we impend the Ravage skip for next turn and the Twin Days for next turn. No, yeah, it's hard to think about what I'm going to want next turn. Here's the easy decision. You're reclaiming. Okay, that's an easy decision. We're kind of going to gain a minor power. And we're going to start getting up to more card levels. Yeah, next turn we can get up to 4. Sky stretches, you say. It shreds, you say. Also, we have a defend for Sacred Site, which means we could give that to Serpent. And Serpent could do that. Wonder if this slows. How many of these explorers are not? I want these elements. That's what I want. I want the elements. I'm sure the power is good, useful. So I'm gonna click on it. Gather presence into each ocean. We want I keep a sacred site? I think so. I don't know that we use it this turn, though. And they're building in any... There's no non-mining lands on the coast. The turn it goes all pear-shaped every time, yeah. There is no coastal invader card, that's true. So I could repeat Quicken the Earth Struggles at Incarna for this defend. That's an option. Like, you want to absorb. You are behind, and so absorbing is important. Thinking. So we have this land that I'm a little worried about. Yeah, these two. If you absorb, it's probably going to be Quakes. That means Quakes get to repeat something at the Incarnate as well. If we, assuming we have elements, what we do. We're gonna have that. We don't get to like use these powers. We get to repeat this at the Incarnate if we want, but I don't think that's actually... No, it's only power cards, right? It's power cards. Yeah, land targeting power card. Which could be something, like we could have the Incarna by the coast pushing towns in the ocean. Something like that. I'm going to be getting Moonfire or 2 energy per turn on impending cards. Which doesn't help me this turn. I guess it helps me get Ravage skips into play next turn, assuming that's what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I think Reclaim, add a presence is the thing to do, though. We do have 8 energy. But our powers are good, right? I could straight up play the Ravage skip, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm a bit worried about... Yeah, if we're gonna have a Ravage skip, I think this land is more important. They also, like, they don't... I'm not worried about Cascades, but I'm worried more about them getting too many invaders in land, right? Okay. If we put 1 energy on this, we get it next turn. It's going to be useful next turn, right? And this is useful to have next turn. And so is that. But we need to have 2 defense. But if I absorb, I get an Earth. So, okay. So we're going to impend these 2 for next turn. Which gives us our defense. for these. This one should be fine too. We can get Dahan into somewhere if we're able to defend it, like maybe into here. But we're not. I guess that's means maybe we want to do this or Grasping Tide. And put the Incarna there. This stops the build for us too, so I guess we could also do the repeat. We could. Do we have any other way to defend? I think so. So if I did that and repeated it at the Incarna, that takes care of that. We're just defending like something that doesn't matter, just to get the repeat in there. We're not going to get to drown, but we get to do a lot of damage. So what are you doing? Energy gain power card. Get a major. I guess I don't really care about unquenchable flames, right? So we could take a major here, and if it's big and expensive, we use it, right? Or whatever. Like, maybe it's something awesome. Maybe it's the cheap one and it's really good. Maybe it's Transformative Sacrifice and it's insane. Okay. That is amazing. Means we don't have to worry about absorbing. We can use Transformative Sacrifice. Right? 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 Right. Alright. This has been really good. Get rid of that. Gain 4 energy. The game has changed. I'm gonna do this so we get, like, getting those repeats is useful, right? But Transformative Sacrifice is gonna mean we'll be able to put as much presence as we want. We're gonna transform ourselves because that's how we're gonna roll. We're gonna get a whole bunch of elements. It's gonna be great. Are we on the threshold? We're actually... Oof. Is that... You just removed the presence, right? So that's insane. Okay. What a pick. Okay. That is amazing. Do we want... What else are we playing? Are we playing Tidal Boon? I mean, there's gonna be places we can use Tidal Boon. We can give it to you, push in the ocean. We can... I don't see why not. I don't really want to be drowning Dahan for no reason, so... Tidal Boon. I mean, there are reasons. We want to save this for next turn. This is like defend 10 easily. Base, so. Alright, alright. Transformative Sacrifice. We use that first. Or do we solve our problems first? I think it like informs what we do with everything else, right? We want to we might want to do this first. I don't think it matters, right? I'm gonna remove probably like... I want to keep a Sacred Site because I might get a power that needs a Sacred Site. But I can remove like this one. one of these two, and one of those two. Okay, let's do it. Oh yeah, I don't want to use this yet because I might get an earth. I'm like, obviously, very likely get an earth. Actually, I didn't have to click. No, I think I had to. I don't have to click. I might not have gotten the plant, right? So that's fine. All right, this one. And this one sees more stuff. So this one. And maybe this one. I want to have the secret site closer to like whatever's going on over there, I think. So I don't need the sacred site here. All right. Power. Get free cards. Oh, I got the earth just from the presence track thing. All right, I got the defend, so we didn't have to defend. Maybe we can defend like other lands. We can defend this, which we weren't going to. We almost got our super innate. We're short 2 cards. We can also add vitality. So what do we get? We got defend, wilds, and push explore. We got flow down river. That pushes stuff into the ocean. That's great. Cool. And we have a billion cards, and we can keep using this every turn on everyone else. All right, absorb you. Which presence to absorb? You don't need a sacred site right now or ever. I might have one. Oh, from the event. And take an earth. That unlocks this. We have at least 3 impending cards. We are going to add quakes all the time. Okay, let's do this part. We're going to add a quakes. Yeah, I want quakes in here. And I want to defend there. More quakes here. And there. Sweet. We may as well do our grasping tide thing. There's no mountain that I can reach that they're ravaging, but there might be a thing that says ravage in a land with town or whatever. That's a thing. So I'm going to put that here in case it comes up. Oh, I forgot to use the repeat thing. So let's do that. Okay. And our vitality got put there automatically. Only 1 incarnate. We don't have to repeat this here, but it is, again, 2 fear, so. And we want to get tier level 2, which I think we are. Range 1 sacred site. Defend. 4. So here, I mean, that's just unnecessary. But it can't reach anywhere else. I can reach this land though. We need 1 more fear. We're getting a fear? We're gonna have to hope that we get a fear from something. I can put Dahan in a place where they're gonna ravage. Could be here. I think here is good. It empties that out. Oh, that does get a fear. 1 fear. All right. Done. I can repeat it. For a quake and a fear. I got energy. I'll leave the Dahan though. Okay. What's our situation now? One blight just here, which we... And there's only just 3 explorers there, 4 explorers, so there's a chance that we get some effect that kills them for us. And... Alright. We have defend 4, push a blight, but it's from Sacred Site. And... Again, there's not really a huge use for this. So I'm just going to throw more defend. We don't have a lot of blight, like, total. There are like 1, 2 blight on the island. And treacherous waterways, we can stop a build in a thing. Actually, if I push this guy into here, we can make this stay a mining land and then it doesn't build. That seems good. We can't really feed ocean. Maybe we can over here. We could feed ocean and explorer, but like, change anything. This actually stops a build and stops another build by making this continue to be a mining land, so. Which may be a problem later, but you know, that's for next phase gone. Build cards skip the highest matching land. I'm sure that's the case on every board, right? There's so many. Only on west? Only on west. The others are in the middle. 6 fear. Feast for days. Only just 4 fear. Now, this board only has 1? Which board only has 1? This board? This board only has 1. This board has a whole bunch. Defend 5 in a bunch of places. Okay. Doesn't change anything. Add strife to a town, -1 health per strife. Huh. Okay. Don't know where to put this. Probably somewhere we want to deal with their ravage next turn. There's going to be so many mining land ravages next turn. Maybe here. Makes that place be just 2 damage. There's nowhere, is there anywhere that we're doing 4 damage somewhere. So maybe there's somewhere that Serpent is that we can do something. Serpent isn't in places with buildings, so actually do anything. Yeah, it's not good for Serpent. There's not a lot of lands that are just like, I guess this land we could solve. Okay, 1 land we can solve. This land we could solve. A lot of places like they also have a bunch of explorers, right? I guess this land we solve. So I want to like eat that land. I guess it makes it so that we don't have to worry about it next turn. And maybe we just... Oh, it has to be to a town. Okay. We add the strife to the town and we kill the city. That does it for us. And then we just make this land not matter. Assuming they don't explore here, which they're going to turn up fans. Sad. Gather 1 into a coastal land, defend 2 in coastal lands. Well, that doesn't really help. Which does it? But we can stop a build. Builds we can stop. might be it. I guess if I pulled these 3 guys here, they don't blight there, but not that big a deal. I guess we can stop this. Yeah, let's just stop builds entirely if we can, right? And I don't want to start builds for sure. Pull a town out of this, maybe. Nothing like super obvious left. Pull a town from here, and it makes this easier to deal with a little bit. A blight. Is that our first Ravage Blight? No, this was like a long time ago. I accept that it counts as Badlands. That lets us do more damage. We want that? Actually, if I say no, then they don't build. But it ends up being like the same amount of stuff in the land, right? So they build or don't build, and we get the fear, so let's take the fear. Here they don't build because we're killing all the guys. That's much better. Got a whole bunch of empty mountains. Like all but one or all but 2 mountains are totally empty. So, build in non-mining lands. And now they ravage in mining lands, which is most of the board. Quick land to build and upgrade. Oh boy. It's like everything. I just want them to not build cities. How about that? I guess here is a city. What's their damage number right now? 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're gonna defend 10 here, so the city there. On this one, they're just like everywhere. I want to leave that disease. So we're gonna get a city here. Jungle. I don't think I can afford more stuff in there now. There's 11, so it's already too much. I have more in here. But I don't want that to have 2. Oh, they're not going to ravage there, right? They're just going to... They're going to ravage in mining lands. Only all the time. But it's going to become a mining land. Yeah, so, okay, go in here. If they build, it becomes a mining land. Oh my gosh. Everything is awful. What do you think the number is going to say for Blight next turn? First, we do also have to explore more. There. There's okay. And there's okay. There. All right. 16 blight. 16 blight. And 3 cascades. But not actually cascades. That includes the mining lands going off again for the jungles. Okay, everything was fine and now it's not. We can, so this ravage is actually fine with this strife. We can try to, there's a place for flow down river. Nice, range 2 sacred site. Anywhere I can like stop a land being a mining land like this. Or even this. Especially if I can then push it into the ocean. Actually, if I push one town out of here, that's defended enough, so let's do that. And plus ocean gets energy. Actually, we could do Mists of Oblivion fast. Next turn. I don't know. We did that. Move the locust back here. Mists in both lands. It's pretty decent. We're gonna 4 card plays. We could do Mists, Sky Stretches, Quicken, Call. Maybe there's another place for... There's got to be other place for Mists. So we get the Threshold. We got things. We got things we can do. All right. Is there a tidal boon that stops Ravage? I don't think so. But at least it gives us more energy again, so... Is there a place where we want to do the damage? I'm going to add a token here and do damage here. And then where else? I guess here, but it doesn't really matter to do it there. Let's get 3 tokens in there. There isn't a good repeat spot. But we can just kill those guys. And they're dead. And they weren't going to ravage, right? Because it's not a mining land anymore, so we may as well kill them. Serpent does a pile of damage, but there's nowhere with a building. That's awkward. Oh, there's here. Just the one place. Unless I like move my presence and then I could do 4 damage somewhere, but again, it's like not changing anything. I could just, yeah, there's still so many guys. I could make this not be a mining land by doing that, but it has disease anyways. Okay, let's give this to you. And let's move this here. Bring you. There's a disease for another time. And now you move a presence, probably drowning a town. There's a gong show. I guess we could make this not a mining land. Put it into the gong show. Maybe I can do a ravage skip. Actually, that's a jungle, right? So that's actually good land for the ravage skip. It's almost at the lost condition, but it's not yet. And so rather than anger, all right. Hydrate. How did we do with our, what was it at 16 blade or something like that? If I remember, go back in time, flip that. 21 now, so went up. Holy moly, 21 blade. One building in one land. That's because they're ravaging in all of those lands instead. So, where's the jungle that they're building? Here. That's cute. We get to reclaim and add presence and play 4 cards. Probably. Oh, but we have transform and sacrifice. I think we can still afford to do that. We can transform someone. Probably Ocean. Ocean wants to double presence. Probably here. And even up the presence around the island, maybe. 3 in each. 2 over here, 3 the others. So, mists. Boop. Boop. I think, yeah, it makes sense to use Quicken there because of the, Oh, they're not ravaging here. Now. That's nice, because we destroyed the town. We have the Dahan, right? So Quicken makes sense to use there. Take advantage of it. And actually, we can probably get them to ravage twice there. And we threshold this. Sweet. We have a slow as fast, so we can use mist somewhere to blow things up in a jungle, certainly. And generate a pile of fear. We're not going to get to terror level 3, but we're going to get a couple, maybe a fear card or 2. You've got your ravage skip coming up this turn. Reaching Grass Twin Days. Okay, we got a turn. We definitely have a turn. Holy moly. Cards. I think I'm reclaiming all. I want to have a look at. Yeah, we definitely want to go to 4 card plays. And the question is, do I want... What do I want to actually do? This land is going to be solved. This land is fine because it has disease. This land is fine because it has strife. This land is not that fine. This land... We can use our -1 damage to everything to solve that. It'd be nice if we have Dahan there, but maybe we can get some Dahan in there. There's so many lands that are a problem. Yeah, some of these jungles we want to hit with Mist of Oblivion. If I can get my Incarna into another land that we can hit with Mist. We need to get an energy We need to give an energy. No, we can share the payment, right? So that's actually fine. Repeating it at the locus is... Oh, I can actually move my locus here and repeat it here. That's something, but I want to repeat it at a... This one actually would be nice to skip because we can then just drown it. It's ready for drowning. We're short 1 earth. We'll be getting that, I'm sure, with threshold of transformative sacrifice. So I'm dawdling here because I'm deciding whether to add a presence or move presence first, but I think it depends on what we want to repeat. Miss of Oblivion. The thing is, like, this isn't like the most profitable land to use it on because we want to drown there. So I think, what do we have in these lands? 2 towns, 5 explorers, 4 towns. I think the one with 5 explorers, right, is the most profitable place. So can we reach there with Serpent though? No. I could if I moved my presence over 1 first, so. I think that's why it actually matters a bit. Where do I do things? Do I want to have presence in here for something? I think that can just blight. That's okay. We're gonna obviously have to let some of these things just blight. There's no way around it. We're doing this because I want to move my Incarna to the place we're going to repeat the power. Alright, transformative sacrifice. I want the -1 damage per invader card, which actually solves this land's ravage too if we can repeat it, and we're going to get to repeat it, so that's great. And I'm not sure what else yet. We have an heir, we can sap one of these lands, for example. It's not bad. Okay, we have 2 more plays. We have flowing power too, so like we can like enable a bunch of stuff. So you are getting Reaching Grass, Twin Days, Footfalls. So that Footfalls, I think, is going to be here. This is going to be Misted Oblivion Fast. Where is the first land we're going to use it on? I guess we can pick wherever and then repeat it at the... Yeah, so we could actually use Misted Oblivion like here and repeat it there. Wild. Okay. You're gonna get a 0 cost repeat. Reaching Grasp might be it, but it might be something else. We want a major power? We have 12 energy. Surely there's like a couple places we can pop in. We can get 4 energy and an any as well. This would be nice to defend. There's Dahan here. Maybe we can do a move presence to get in there though. And then there's just a bunch of other small ravages that we could stop more easily, I guess. So we take a major without forgetting, or take a major with forgetting. Yeah, because I want to add presence and one and. Let's get a major with forgetting. Paralyzing fright. Sweep into the sea. Oh boy. We can't. If I don't play Call of the Deeps, I could repeat Sky Stretches. And then we could sweep into the sea fast. We could just play it slow though. Also, Unrelenting Growth. Also, like, blocking Red Talons again with all the beasts on the board. Especially over here. And we push them into the ocean, right? Like, skip all invader actions is pretty sweet as well. Obviously. Very good cards. That needs a Sacred Site. So that's a little bit harder. Likely to be able to sweep twice. Actually, yes. We have the threshold immediately. So we could sweep and then sweep from like the sands here or something like that. That seems very good. And actually, they can just go into that ocean. Okay, sweep into the sea. Forget a card. I can forget from impending too, but I don't want to do that. I don't really want to forget these cards, but I also don't want to forget from my hand. So that one. Maybe we get it back. All right. Do you want an any element or Moonfire? I think I probably wanted any more than Moon and Fire. Maybe? We have so much energy. Let's just take the Moon and Fire. We're gonna defend this. I think we can defend that. At least by... We want to play sweep. Yeah, and I can get a defend 3 by impending. I can only get a defend 2. I can get a defend 2. I mean, that's probably enough, right? And maybe I should go in here. But what about those Dahan? Yeah, one Dahan left stops this from being a mining land, unless they explore wetland. So maybe we get a defend per Dahan or something like that. I think it's better to try to defend that. Let's just throw this in defending. Yeah, this is going to do a lot. We could, like, give you an extra play. So, what if we gave you an extra play? Then you would get the defend 3 for sure. So we just impend something else, and then we get the... Sure. And some other play for Serpent. guess we could have you get Transformative Sacrifice. Because you do have a lot of card plays, and it would give you... If you did that, would you get... How many card plays would you get? Would we get... Is there enough Quakes around that it would be profitable? I think so. There's enough going on. Places we could hit with Quakes. So... We would get 3 more cards in play. At least. And we probably don't need to do this. I mean, we can still do that. We can still play 1 billion cards. I mean, we might not get the right elements, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think... I want to do it on Ocean. We'll do it on you next turn. We'll find a turn. I think... Not much, but this does stop a Ravage. That's something. Or we could just throw a Defend if there's a place that is ravaging and there's Dahan. If there's no Dahan, I'm like not as interested. Yeah, we don't have Dahan. What, are we looking for any elements for this? Yes. Plant. Just plant. Just play this and push. Push something. And then we can take that to kill a city somewhere if we happen to be somewhere with a city, which we're not, but we're gonna get Reaching Grasp, so we're gonna be able to reach out and touch someone. All right, what a turn. Okay. Oh, do I want to gather? Hang on. Gather Dahan / move presence. I think so. Actually, that means maybe we want something else, because if Serpent can help defend something, yeah, because we both have gather, Han, and move presence. We could like get presence in here, gather Dahan, throw a defend, GG. Twin Days was gonna go here and here. By Twin Days, I mean Mesmerize Tranquility. If we... Nothing is there. We have air, we have air. We can defend this. Okay. We have air because we can and click an air if we say that. We got the air from this. We don't have any other air, but I could click a plant. A different plant. We can defend. We're gonna have Reaching Grasp, right? So we can get our defend over here. And that means that you can move a presence into here. And we can get a Dahan counterattack. Okay. And we can click some other element sometime. We can get a fear. We can get a damage. Okay. Means we solve this land as well. All right, I have a lot of plans. Let's hope they all work properly. So we do this first. That unlocks our repeat. As soon as we do transform and sacrifice, we can't go back. I think we need our presence to be... Do we need our presence around? I'm not sure. We don't need our elements yet, so let's do... Sky stretches. Mist of Oblivion. Here, right? Is there any pushing that we can do? I mean, there might be, right? Depending on what goes on, but actually do that. Innate power fast. It's funny. I guess transform sacrifice, it's like one presence from each ocean, right? So I'm not actually losing anything. Let's do that first. I want to maintain a sacred site at least there. I could take this out of here because... No, but I think it's better to have presence on the coast for range. And, oh, this earth just gets us the earth already. We might not pull an earth, right? So let's take it for sure. Han ways. There's an earth. Yeah, did only pull one earth, so... Alright, we have a full line of cards down here. I'm on top of the innate power. Alright. These are all slow, and we're not going to do them. So, I think we keep our plan. Beat it at the Incarnate. We have to spend another energy. Ocean's going to be getting a pile of sweep into the sea energy, right? So you don't need any more energy this turn. So I think Twin Days is going over here, right? So and you count as Badlands. Alright, we have the second fear card has dropped. We can actually stop Ravage there. Anywhere else we can stop a Ravage? Well, let's see. We're going to do this here. We're going to grab a Twin Days. We're going to do it here. I'm going to get a Reaching Grasp. Defend here. I need to play another card before or I need to impend a card. Get one more defend. And add a Quake token. Probably here. This land still has a whole lot of stuff in it. And 3. Look at these empty jungles. Brilliant. We're going to defend 10. Call of the Deeps. I don't see a better place than stopping this wetlands. So do that. Okay, and we're gonna skip that. And we could repeat it here for a quake, but it costs 3, so I'm not gonna do that. No, doesn't really do anything. So, all right. So we had like 21 blight or whatever, right? Where are we at now? 6. So here, 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 here. So if there's any effect that like lets us move explorers or whatever, we can stop some of these because we can make them become non-mining lands. So let's we got 2 fear cards. We got Reaching Grasp. I'm gonna give to Ocean probably. Well, yeah, Serpent already got it, right? And you don't really need it slow, so Ocean can have it. And we could add an element, but we can... I could have got an extra fear if I had clicked Sun, but I forgot, and I'm not going all the way back to that. So it's gonna probably be Earth, but let's see what happens. The event. The event does not care about that. Oh, each beast does 2 damage. Nice. So after advancing invader cards, perform a build step for 1 terrain not shown under any invader action. Right, beast deal 2 damage. Get out of here. And we remove ones that destroy buildings, so I don't want to destroy. I want to keep my beasts. They're my friends. Here. Oh yeah, this stops a ravage. This one, we don't really have any. Kill an explorer, I guess. Actually, we do have. Yeah, I don't know that it matters a lot. What do these all do? 1 damage in adjacent land. You have Reaching Grasp, but that's pretty far from your Sacred Site, which is over here. I guess we take a town instead. I don't think the rest do anything. Add to Han. The mountains or sands with Dahan. So give that one a friend. Now we're down to 5 blight. We might flip the blight card. Let's see. Remove from a land with 2 or fewer. That's not what we want. we want 3 or more invaders. Oh well. We can stop this build. We have 1 more fear card. Maybe something will happen. We can remove this town from the back corner, I guess. Nothing else that's doing anything now. They won't be building the jungles. Just take this guy out of the back. These coastal explorers are just gonna get drowned soon enough. So one of these mountain guys, I guess. Come on, scapegoats. Something like that. Each time 2 or more explorers destroy 1 explorer town per 2. That does something. Stops the blight here. Stops the blight here. This can destroy towns, but only 1. This would stop. This stops the ravage here. These ravages get stopped. It's interesting. Here we can get rid of towns. Still ravages, but hey, fear. That's not. I have to kill explorers here. So it ravages twice. I'll just click choose for me. Find and down where I'm going. There's a few that don't matter. Maybe we get a fear card. Doing a lot of towns. Would be cool. I don't think we might be just a little short. Means we should have. We're not blighting the island now because we stopped enough ravages. But we're also not ravaging at all in some of these lands that we're planning to ravage. But it's not the. Yeah, we could have, I think, gotten the next fear card if we had been aggressive with the beasts, but if we do this, it's still a mining land for the build stage. That's why we had to hit explorers earlier. Oh no, a blight. Oh no, a blight. Oh no, a blight. 3 blight. After it was what, 20 something? We got to 3 and no like upgrade cascades. So pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Things did not end up going pear-shaped. The shape was fine. It just seemed like it was going to be bad. Build and upgrade explorers. Yeah, mining lands, we need them to not be mining lands, so I'm gonna click jungles. Because we may as well have them double up there and deal with them. This is not gonna be a mining land. And probably this mountain, because it's not going to be a mining land. By doing this. Actually here, because we're going to drown. We're going to drown enough? We're doing... Yeah, we can do 4 damage, and that's going to be enough. Also sweep into the sea might be thing somewhere. Oh, I think we're going to... Yeah, we're going to directly drown that. That makes like 1 less explorer for us to eat. Whatever. Choose a land to explore. Oh, this is because of the extra explorers. Sure. The first sands of the game? Yeah. Oh, that's a mining land now. goes this. Yeah, we may as well let these coastal ones stay big. There's a bug that wild is going to count, so. All right. Form a build step for mountains or wetlands. I think it's going to be mountains based on the situation. Let's see. There are a couple empty wetlands. 3 empty wetlands. So there's what? 1, 2, doesn't build. So 1, 2, 3, 4 builds for wetlands. 1, 2, 3 for mountain. Mountain wins. Makes a mining land, but it was going to make more mining lands for wetland. And exploring. This is, I guess. Couldn't click jungle. I would want to click the isolated lands, but I couldn't do that. Okay, sweep into the sea. First I want to drown this and then sweep these sands guys into it, and maybe these mountain guys, maybe these wetland guys. Problem is there's a city there, and that doesn't deal with the city. We can also do other things. Oh, we can not quite drown everything there. That would be nice, but I can't quite do it. Alright, I'm gonna click this here. Then we're gonna do here. And then I guess in the sand here for next turn it might come up. Something like that. Land is mountain jungle. We have presence in. Oh, but I have extra range. I can push stuff. We can maybe get these guys into where we're drowning or whatever. Any way we can get other guys into here? I don't think so. They're not actually. Just be an explorer. That's worthwhile. So let's do this. Claim by the deeps. And I think actually I don't have a repeat for this, right? So no, I can repeat here. Okay. There. Claim by the deeps. We're doing it. The ocean will be isolated. And I guess these can go here. Maybe for next turn. And that's not a mining land now, so that's nice. Is it? Oh, it still is a mining land. Yeah. Okay. Now, these lands are coastal. Yeah, what if I do this? There's no jungle, or I guess this jungle matters a bit. But we can, here we can like do something better than that there. So let's just do this. We can eat these guys if I do this. And I would like to eat them. Push off. I guess for... No, I don't know why that mattered. Weird question. Oh, I can repeat this at the Incarnate, but there's nothing there. Push all. I have other things I could repeat at the Incarnate, though, so... Why didn't it give me the option for this to repeat at the Incarnate? I guess I clicked do not repeat or something. This is a mining land for a second. Interesting. Okay, don't repeat that. Don't repeat it again. Weird. I'll make a note about that. Did it offer to repeat it twice? I don't know the rule. Maybe it's fine. Oh, Oceans already got used up, right? It was just, that's why Oceans wasn't being asked. It was because you were being asked for a good reason. So Serpent Raz can actually go here and kill 2 things. I think I like that. We can finally get some Dahan in there. That would be nice. We can actually make it not mining land if we want. Yeah, what if we just push this over here and make it not a mining land? I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's gonna ravage, right? Maybe we leave the town there. Oh, gotta get my element again. Guess I could kill the city. How many cities are left? Actually, not many. Kill the city. We try to win the game. We are 1 fear card away from that, so... I want you... I could go send you here and then turn you into Dahan. What if we did that? What if we turned you into Dahan? Is there a better place? There might be a better place to do a Dahan. Maybe not. Maybe not. You're a Dahan. Got Sunset's Fire. The most less useful card. I guess I can use it here to do 2 damage. I'm not gonna pay for 1 damage. I could kill a town or 2 explorers. I think town. Oh, there's 2 Badlands. Actually, that means that becomes a non-mining land. We don't have to worry about it anymore. So, no, we don't get fear. Don't be a mining land. Just build a city now, but maybe we have fast damage for it. We can absorb corruption. Sure, why not? Alright, we did it. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. It's almost an hour past normal time, so I'll be right back. Alright. Notice the game being a little choppy, so I'm going to go back to the menu and see if that clears it up. Gives me a clue about that performance issue if that's the case. So it might be a little choppy. Let's see. Alright, so to win the game, we've got 1, 2 cities left. 2 cities. 9 fear. I feel like this has got to be a fast turn win, right? That seems very likely. Especially because we can use a power fast, so that kills this. Like, Ocean's got this by itself. And let's assume we can do other things. Take a different major power and see if we get something else fast, I guess. Melt earth into quicksand, also good. Tsunami, also good. We can put the Incarna here and repeat powers there. Kind of silly. I think Melt Earth actually does it. They are the right land types, and it's cheap, and we have the elements to do a ton of damage, so let's do that. Gather. Melt earth. And just cards with our elements now. More water. Done. And then whatever. Okay. I think we're winning. So that, let's click cards that make fear fast. We don't even have any. Okay. Well, this does, sort of, by letting someone use a power. So, we want to reclaim and get a major power without forgetting, probably. Right? I didn't really see what's going on. We're playing those this turn. That's great. Major power without forgetting. Seems awesome. Like, what if we also get to Exaltation of the Incandescent Sky? Yeah, sure. Sure, let's do that. That seems good. What if we get all the overpowered cards and don't have to forget? What if we just destroy all the invaders on the board in one go? Play normally. I mean, we could do a sweep into the sea fast. Cool. We threshold it. Almost. What if we get Transformative Sacrifice? What if we did that? Give me energy, give me energy. We need to help people pay for their repeats. Put a locus here. Okay, do that. What if they get to repeat twice? What else we got? Make fear. Make fear. Sure. Got your threshold? Sure do. Now it's time to flex on the invaders. Transformative Sacrifice first. Probably. Get any element. Alright, the one in the ocean, we don't really need that. That one. You might want a Sacred Site. I don't have to pick the any now, right? Oh yeah, because it's from my track. If I redo, I can impend them instead. Play normally. Play normally. Play normally. We get this? No. We need... Oh, we're short. But we can absorb essence. You got this, right? Yeah. You don't need a Sacred Site. We did it. I mean, I could have got the element by playing that, I guess. We need 7 card plays. Oh, we need more. We need an Earth. Are we winning yet? Alright, who wants to play a power card by paying its cost? Damage in lands is not for ocean, okay. For you. Play a card. Sure. Deal 3 damage. Play a card. If you have at least as many impending as cards in play. Spoiler alert, I don't. Deal 3 damage. Click a land to skip an invader action there. Is that just like anywhere on the island? Any 4 lands on the island? Wild. Skip. 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 Those guys are going to be dead, but skip. Alright, what else? What else? Dragon Tangle Woods. Beautiful. And beast. I just want to see that we've like covered off the game. Push and explore. Whoops. Go drowning. Put thing somewhere else now. There. Vitality. Gift of constancy. Fiery Doom. All doesn't matter, but exciting. Oh, I can use power fast. Did I use that? Oh, this lets me use power fast. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm playing with my food. Let's just win. Let's just win. We're not removing Blight or adding Dahan. Let's just finish it. Heat and Incarna. You can spend all that. And it's Badlands. GG. If you're wondering, we got down to 6 Blight, 3 builds, but it would have been less. Taking care of business. There we go. All right. That's been the preview of all the new stuff all together. Dances Up Earthquakes, Locust Serpent, and Deep's Ocean versus Habsburg Mining level 6. 83 points. Look at that. We didn't even get to stage 3. We beat them in Terror level 3. We had 3 fear cards. We were gonna probably get another 2 fear cards or something like that. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. I want to check one thing. I'm not gonna play a second wave, but there was a glitch that was happening, and I want to see if it's still gonna happen. Where the Han could get around if they went to the wrong place. So I'm gonna just click on some stuff and see. Don't care what card. This is the bonus round. Second wave that we're not actually gonna play. I don't know that I have enough to Han in the right places though. This was under Melt Earth. Okay. I want there to be... Okay, I'm gonna use the sneaky button here and add to East 5, similar to Han. You're seeing behind the curtain a little bit. Oh, I picked the lens first. Okay, let's go back a little bit more. You're seeing the sausage get made here. I think it had to do with drowning or deeps power that is reclaimed from the deeps. Let's see if these Dahan are going to survive. I push one in there. He survived. Okay. All good. Everything's good. All right. That's going to be it. Thanks for watching. A little bit of extra testing there for you. Little peek behind the curtain. Jason is like, yes, it's fixed. So have a good day. Have a good week. Remember that the next update is coming out on June 11th next week. We're going to get it all nice and tidy for you. See you later, and see you next time. Bye.